Not midnight, not sunrise. In a weird part of the night, yeah. That's the time I feel alright, yeah. All the blues away, oh yeah. And then it comes back in the day, yeah. When it right, when it right, when it right, between 3 and 6, when my big ideas hit. So in touch, that's the best. Send that girl a risky taste. Thrill seeking glance, squeezing, give your life meaning. The spot on the clock when the world can't throw you off. Not midnight, not sunrise. In a weird part of the night, yeah. That's the time I feel alright, yeah. All the blues away, oh yeah. And then it comes back in the day, yeah. Doing it right on the weird night. 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 Yeah. In the weird part of the night, yeah. That's the time I feel alright, yeah. All the blues away, oh yeah. And then it comes back in the day, yeah. Doing it right on the weird night. 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 Baby, I'm doing it right on a weird night. You know I'm doing it right. In the weird part of the night, yeah.
Basketball man, it's time to... Starting at the other guard, at 6'6", number 0, Jalen Green.
And tonight, Grant. lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt, and that goes for the players, coaches, and fans.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Bennett. Jokic is out there with Franklin, and it's Giddey in at the point. Green, the pass to Cunningham. Another shot. Goes to the reverse layup and keeps it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Henry passes to Jokic. Brooks grabs the board. Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Wizards in Washington. Basket counts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's Franklin. 12 points his last outing. Back to Jokic. Stolen by Martin. Franklin with the steal. Back to Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Cunningham dishes it to Martin. And a wide open look for Cunningham. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even at a power finish. Here's Giddey. Last game he had 13. Here's Jokic. Brooks grabs the board. Toronto, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. You know, Greg, it is amazing the total effect Jokic has on the game.
And he's usually top 5 in triple-doubles now. He's really worked on his defense. And the scary part is he's still only in his mid-20s.
Here's Henry. Can't get it to fall.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
The loudest and crazy fans get a free t-shirt. Let's see it, fans. All right, we'll be stepping on the court. Come on and get down for your Northside crew.
With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. Number 5, the Knicks.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Now, here's Cunningham. And again, Toronto no luck. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
I'll tell you, at his size, once he gets it in there, it's over.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. He's very aware of the versatility of Nikola Jokic. Coach said he's always been a great passer. Now he's a knockdown face-up shooter. He can score over either shoulder in the paint. Sounds like they've got their work cut out for them. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And so here's Toronto. After New York gets the 3.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo!
No coverage, that's it. 5 points in the game.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And it's Bennett in the corner. Passes to Jokic. New York moving the ball around to the middle. And Jokic slams it in.
And night in and night out, you can always count on Jokic to bring it. He is a special, special talent.
Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
Bennett with it. He's against Martin. Bennett kicks to Henry. There's the pass to Bennett to the right side. Franklin for 3. No good on that one. And Toronto will come the other way. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, but this is a team they faced and beat in the postseason a year ago.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Franklin. Lets it go with the 3. And no good. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The pass break chance from downtown. The shot that time, not on target. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct.
Ladies and gentlemen, your North Side Crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've gotten a lot of high-quality shots in the paint early on. That was clearly part of their game plan coming in.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Johnson is out there with Edwards. Then there's Erickson. And it's Christopher in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Porter passes to Mobley. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Greg, you're a former player, and now the father of a young NBA star. What's it like to see the next generation of NBA talent move into the league?
Oh, it's an incredible feeling because we all feel like we're a part of this NBA family. And to see the stars we have today, the character they have, the way they approach the game, man, this is the best time ever to be an NBA fan.
Here's Christopher.
Nick
A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll tip it off a homestand starting with the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for their matchup with New Orleans, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. So I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
Here's Johnson. Edwards trying to get open. It's rebounded by O'Brien. Knicks trail by 4. Ball stolen. Here's Christopher for the 3. And the Raptors miss again. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic is arguably the greatest passing center of all time. Arguably because Wilt is in the conversation. But Jokic sees the game a frame ahead. Nikola said, I just look where defenders are standing, listen to what they're talking about, and their play calls. For me, it's a normal thing. I just wonder what they're doing, and I do the opposite. Kevin, it's simple, actually. I'm going to do the opposite now and stop talking.
No. You keep talking, we'll keep listening. And David, thank you very much. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Bush passes to Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
Sky high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
Outside Porter, pass to O'Brien over Edwards. Bryant, no good.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Passes it to Bush. From the arc. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Warriors.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Yeah, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
It's deflected. Porter against Green. And the pass to Okeke. A three-pointer, no good. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Martin, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Toronto shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First one falls for it.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks.
We've seen them put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And that was a quick replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And here is Henry. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Just reliable for guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Giddey the pass to Jokic. Some nice passing by New York here. And Jokic throws it down.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Bush passes to Christopher. A 3. Henry with the rebound. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Giddey. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
And he can't get the first one. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And the second free throw, good. Here is Cunningham. 17 points for him last game against Golden State. Dishes it to Martin. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
For Toronto, they have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Raptors leading by 6. Steele passes to Brooks. There's a screen. There's the 3. Bobbed up there for Green. For the finish. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And with a game that's shot for shot. And guys, how about the Toronto Raptors? And that'll do it for halftime.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Nikola Jokic. Bennett is out there with Frank. And it's Giddey in at the 1. Jokic on top. Pass to Franklin. Here's Martin. No good off the back of the rim. Knicks trail by 6. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Raptors. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
For New York, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Toronto calls timeout.
All right, looking some more court. Come on and get loud for your Northside crew.
Some changes for Toronto.
That was your Northside.
Let's see some of the numbers here for him. Raptors leading by 3. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Erickson. And yes, it's good. Erickson's got his first points in this one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And that one's good, Henry.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that. The ability to finish with that level of authority.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
So New York ends up going with the new group. Pass to Christopher. Lets the 3 fly. The Knicks pull it in. On the wing, Porter. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
And let's forget the height disadvantage. He brings the effort and he brings the energy.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Here's Bush, got a piece of it. And here again, the Knicks in transition. Up the court they go. Passes it to O'Brien. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Edwards. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
First team foul.
And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. In fourth, the Raptors.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Now here's Dosunmu. He's guarded close over Cunningham. Dosunmu's shot is off.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
We've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You take a look at Green. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. The pass to Edwards. He feeds it to Brooks. They kick it out to Green. It's Edwards on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. New York trailing. Here's O'Brien. Martin with the block. And they get it back. It's stolen by Green. Martin's in the post. Orders there. Martin with the bucket.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. That one from long range. Martin's got the lead up to 6 now for Toronto.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Here's Bush. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
To the left side wing. Here's Okeke. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And so it's Toronto. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close.
All right. So he's coming on the court.
And now we take a listen to the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Squeeze down there. Squeezing. The ball in front. Come on, fans.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us.
Get up out of your seat.
Knicks trail by 9. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Green. He's out there with Cunningham. Brooks is out there with Martin. And it's Steele in at the power forward position.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise! All right, with respect to our sport, come on and get loud for your Northside crew!
Go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
He takes it in, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. On the inbound. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Here's Franklin, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully. Pass to Bush. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Drives to the hoop. Henry passes to Jokic. Henry kicks to Jokic. Sinks the 15-footer.
And the defense tries to make Jokic take a bad shot, but with that stroke, he makes the mid-range look easy.
Who wants a t-shirt? Ladies and gentlemen, your North Side Crew!
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Bush passes to Erickson. That shot off. Good defense by Jokic. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. His consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to front him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
For your North Side Crew! Ladies, come on, come on and get out for your North Side Crew. season for your Raptors.
Here is Cunningham. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And the Raptors miss again.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Lets it go from deep. That shot missing, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Green passes to Brooks. Back to Green. Second chance shot, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up.
That's his
Great opportunity for a three-point play.
First.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Toronto?
One thing that stood out all game is the consistent penetration they've gotten.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
To the paint, it's deflected. It's Martin on the wing. Here's Cunningham. It's good from long range. And now it's a 12-point Raptor lead.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Outside Martin. Toronto working the ball around now. Now here's Cunningham. He's covered by Bennett.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Raptors.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Martin.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
The feed to Franklin, stolen by Martin. Brooks with no one around. Good, it's Green picking up the assist.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good.
Say that I would be the man of your dreams. I will do all that I can and be all I can be.
I'll keep holding you down.
All right, check it out.
Microphone check, 1, 2, mic checker. Still back that. All this in my brain, I got the rank, I got the blessing. Take some extras out the repress a it ain't no pressure. Hear my Kiki, I'm with Didi and Vanessa. Top now on my roster, get the most and not the lesser. Papa met me in the valley, drop the up on Winnetka. Take some extras out the repress a it ain't no pressure. Yes, I didn't want to speak on it, but it's really been racking my brain now. Cause really, I with this rap, I want to sell it now. But they got enough on us to go start a case now. Get hit with the, they come and they snatch a nigga now. Big long in the golf ball, big fin ball in this one really burn all in the seat. Had a to the wall diaper when I'm left his drawers for the. They getting down, but I be so proud to put it down. For the microphone check, 1, 2, mic checker. Still back that. All this in my brain, I got the rank, I got the blessing. Take some extras out the repress a it ain't no pressure. Yes, I microphone check, 1, 2, mic checker. Still back that. All this in my brain, I got the rank, I got the blessing. Take some extras out the repress a it ain't no pressure. Yes, round geek. I'ma catch a little white chillin' with his click, with a hoe, with a watch and a chain that set up, yeah, I train that. In the 8 for like 4 days straight, but I never claim that. I be talking this. DM, I'm sitting in the dude. I be get political. Hit the John, I'm whipping the miracle. Get the and I'm scraping the. Get political. Miss with the whole. Mikey, these side insane. Me and Miss with the whole. Get it. Microphone check, 1, 2, mic checker. Still back that. All this in my brain, I got the rank, I got the blessing. Take some extras out the repress a it ain't no pressure. Yes, I microphone check, 1, 2, mic checker. Still back that. All this in my brain, I got the rank, I got the blessing. Take some extras out the repress a it ain't no pressure. Yes, I.
Yo, I just like to say, you know. It's good to be original when you diss somebody. Don't use somebody else's.
Going to change people. It's something that no one will ever be able to capture on film. It'll just be something that you see and all of a sudden you realize, I'm on the wrong page. Or I'm on the right page, but I'm on the wrong note. And I've got to get in sync with everyone else to understand what's happening in this country.
was wrong.